Welcome to the world's first mental wellness gym. Yes, that is what I said, mental wellness gym. I am here to introduce Dr. Helena Lass, the proactive mental wellness expert whose scientific paper has been published worldwide.
Are you tired of excuses like, I don't have time, I'm fed up, I'm tired of it, I don't feel up to it, I'm so overwhelmed? But what is behind those excuses? When you go to work, you go there for a reason, with your own agenda and interests. And there you meet the agenda of others, your colleagues, your boss, the owners, the investors, the board. And you have to play by the rules that apply. They say, this is how we do it, this is how we play this game, or this is our budget. In that heat, inner reactions are triggered. And when people don't know how to handle these reactions, a sort of inner conflict in the form of resistance builds up. So every time when you have felt this, I don't want to, that's the resistance I'm talking about. But as the result of not having education on mental wellness and interpersonal skills, a chronic reactive pattern of resistance develops. And since it's not polite to send just people off, we start making socially acceptable excuses. What happens behind the scenes is a downward spiral of people losing their spark, becoming withdrawn and non-engaged, overwhelmed, drowning in information, and they become toxic. We have a habit of adopting a reactive approach instead of a proactive one and postpone taking action until the pain, the urgency, and the pressure becomes almost intolerable, waiting for the disaster to happen. How does one go from being reactive to proactive, from firefighting to being back in control? To understand that, I'm offering a short explanation, and this is your first aha. Every workplace consists of individuals. Now, this might seem like common sense, but every time I'm asked to do a training on workplace well-being, I encounter people expecting, this is our workplace, fix it. We need to realize that workplaces are not abstract things, not a separate organism. It consists of individuals like you and you and you. And it's a community. So to change the environment, it starts from empowering the people who together create that atmosphere. For example, if you have a workplace of 50 people, and out of this 50, 45 are toxic, filled with inner mud, you have a toxic workplace. Only when they are empowered with appropriate skills to handle their own inner toxic reactions, you can significantly reduce the levels of toxicity. So intrapersonal skills can be seen as the elixir of self-leadership, a sort of alchemy that enables you to turn the inner toxic mud into the state of flow. Today, going to the gym is no longer considered a private issue, rather a norm that is encouraged by organizations being part of the workplace wellness program. While we work out to train the muscles of our physical body, how much time and resources are spent to take care of the head, the main instrument we use to do our jobs? To keep on thriving, we need to shift our paradigm. If we agree that our work requires 90% of the head, mental wellness should receive at least as much attention as the physical body does. This will support your resolve to be more proactive and contribute to psychological flexibility and a better integration of life and work. So for every 10 euros, pounds, and dollars you invest into physical fitness, you should invest at least a similar proportion for mental wellness. Reactivity and proactivity, it's all about either being ahead of the game or behind of the game. However, when we want to talk about mental wellness, we end up talking about mental illness, and the two are not the same. Mental wellness is not about mental illness, and it's also much more than just talking about mental illness. Rather, it's about thriving and learning how to use our inner resources, learning how to use the intrapersonal skills to handle all those reactions including resistance that otherwise manifests as excuses. So the aim is to end such reactive patterns that, according to science, contribute to developing a mental illness, such as rumination and worrying thoughts, that is one part within the dual core of anxiety disorders. Inability to handle emotions, that is a predisposing factor for depression, and wandering mind, that is a reason for difficulties in concentrating and a risk factor for mood disorders. After decades of research, no specific gene has been identified as a solitary cause for mental illness. Genetic predisposition being below 50%. I challenge the existing paradigm and suggest that lack of inner education is the most widespread predisposing factor, leaving trillions vulnerable and at risk. So mental wellness and intrapersonal skills can be seen as a kind of vaccination against mental health issues. However, this I would consider to be a beneficial side effect. First and foremost, mental wellness is about arriving at an excellent quality of life and work. Decision time. Will you choose to continue on that old path or start the elementary training before the disaster happens? This is Dr. Helena Lass, signing off. Years of experience have enabled me to filter out the bits and pieces that work the best. You've addressed the physical. Now it's time to address the mental.
Wellness Orbit Mental Wellness Gym e-trainings are available online globally and can easily also complement your existing workplace wellness approaches. Dr. Helena Lass, as the mental wellness expert, has a training for your team where you can learn more about the mental wellness in the most broad aspect, how it affects your ability to work, live well, integrate your life and work in a way that is suitable for the modern hyper-connected world. This training is called Well Fit for Work. Join it now.